Bohr's atomic theory in 20th century, in the beginning of the 20th century, in the year 1930s, Danish scientist Niels Bohr explained the stability of atom by putting forth the stable orbit atomic model. And let us understand the important postulates of it. The electrons are revolving around the atomic nucleus. Nucleus lies in a concentric circle at a certain distance from the nucleus. So there are certain concentric circles as it is shown in the diagram. Here is one concentric circle, here is another concentric circle, right? So such concentric circles means circles having same center but different radii. So here is the center and you have different radius, this and this. So you have the different radii. Okay, so electrons are revolving around the concentric circles. Now energy of electron is constant while it is in a particular orbit. So the one says this is the first orbit, तो उस पे जो भी electron होगा it has got some type of energy in it. Okay, the next orbit यहाँ पे जो electron होगा it will be having some other energy level. So when an electron jumps from an inner orbit to outer orbit, it absorbs the energy. So if it wants to jump, say from this orbit to this orbit, from here to here, if electron wants to jump from the inner orbit to the outer orbit, it will absorb energy and which is equal to the difference of its energy level, and then when it jumps from outer orbit to inner, now ulta, from here to here, from outer orbit to inner, it emits energy which is equal to the difference of the energy level. जितना भी difference होगा, when it is going from inner to outer, it will absorb, and when it is coming from outer to inner, it will emit the energy. Okay, so this is what it is told. Now the next part is about the atom sodium. This is cancelled for this year only, that you have the table salt, that is the sodium chloride, thrown on LPG gas. When it is thrown on that, it gives the yellow flame. Okay, you have seen when the sodium metal put in the water, it burns and it gives yellow flame. Even you have the sodium lead which gives you the yellow flame. So why all this? In this all, the electron of sodium absorbs the energy and goes to the outermost cell and comes back to the inner cell by emitting the energy. So the difference of energy of these two cells of sodium is fixed, and this difference is similar to the energy of the yellow light, and hence we see that the yellow light is emitted. So this is the reason why you get the sodium lamp giving the yellow light, or when you just throw some salt on the gas, it gives a yellow light. Now next is now the diagram of Bohr's stable orbit atomic model. So according to the Niels Bohr, atomic structure was studied under the branch of the science called as the quantum mechanics, and some of the things were accepted as a fundamental principle of atomic structure. So we are going to understand how the atom will look like. Now, Bohr's atomic model is widely accepted. So let us understand. In the atomic structure, you have the nucleus. So you have the nucleus at the center, and you have something which is called as the extra nuclear part, where you have the electrons. So two parts are there. nucleus and the extranuclear part. So these are two parts. So now let us understand about the nucleus. The nucleus is positively charged and the entire mass of the atom is concentrated at the nucleus. So see, here we have the atom entirely kept, but where is the main mass? Main mass is concentrated at the nucleus. बाकी जो part है, see here, this all circles, concentric circles we are seeing, that doesn't have much mass. It has got a negligible mass. So the entire mass of the atom is concentrated at the nucleus. का सब जो भी mass है ना, वो सब nucleus में ऐसा समझा जाता है. So subatomic parts. The nucleus contains two types of subatomic particles, together called as the nucleon. Nucleon के मतलब क्या? It has got the proton and it has got the neutron. So in the nucleus, what you have? In the nucleus, you have proton and neutron. Proton is positively charged. Okay, we'll study about the proton now. So this nucleon made up of two parts, proton and neutron. Let us understand about the proton. Proton is positively charged subatomic particles. The proton is represented by the symbol P. It is represented by the symbol P. Each proton carries a positive charge. So what we call it, it has a one positive charge. Okay, and what is 1e? 1e is nothing but the 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. So, when the total positive charge on the nucleus is expressed in the unit E, its magnitude is equal to the number of proton in the nucleus. So, for example, if I'll say the sodium has 11 protons, so it means the there are it has got the mass unit is 11 mass unit 11U. Of course, there are neutron also which will have mass, but the proton will have that much mass. So we'll consider as one mathematically. The number of proton in the nucleus is an atomic number. What we call it as number of proton called as the atomic number, and it is represented by the letter Z. So letter Z is used for it. Okay. Now 1U is 1.66 into 10 raised to minus 7. That means now children, the mass of one proton, if you weigh one proton on the weighing scale, its mass is approximately 1 Dalton. 1 Dalton is called as 1U also. So the mass of one hydrogen atom is approximately equal to 1 Dalton because the hydrogen atom has only one proton and no neutron in it. Now let us understand about the so 1U is nothing but the mass of one hydrogen atom. Okay. Now let us understand about the neutron. Neutron is negatively charged. Neutron is negatively charged. Neutron is electrically neutral. Neutron is denoted by, let us understand about the neutron once again. Neutron is denoted by the letter N, and it has no charge. It has got a no charge. It doesn't have any charge into it. Okay? The number of the neutron is denoted by the symbol N. Hydrogen doesn't have any neutron. Rest all the elements have rest all the atoms have the neutron. And the mass of neutron is approximately equal to 1 U, which is same as 1 proton. So what we understood up till now, neutron has no charge, proton has positive charge. It has got the mass 1 unit, even the proton also has got mass 1 Dalton, that is 1 AMU, atomic mass unit. So both are having almost the same mass, 1 1, but neutron has no charge, N for neutron, N for no charge. Proton, P for positive. Clear? Now next is the extra nuclear part. The extra nuclear part in the atomic structure includes the electrons, which is revolving around the nucleus in the empty space between the nucleus, right? So you have the concentric circles, and there are a lot of empty space also. So between the nucleus and electron, there is a empty space observed. Now let us understand about the electron. Electrons are negatively charged. So it has got the negative charge. It is denoted by the letter E. Each electron carries 1 unit negative charge. So it has got the charge. See, I am talking about charge, not talking about mass. It has got the charge of 1 negative charge. Right? Now let us talk about the mass. You will observe when you will collect 1800 electron together, when you will keep on one pen, and if you will keep the hydrogen atom or one proton on the other pen, then it will equalize. Means the mass of electron is 1800 times lesser than the of the proton. Right? So it has got 1 upon 1800 into the mass of the proton. So कितना हल्का है ना as compared to proton, very small, and hence we treat the mass of electron to be negligible. Negligible मतलब निकाल दो, assume ही मत करो, it is as good as zero. एकदम जीरो नहीं है, because 1800 को कलेक्ट करोगे तो 1 जितना बनेगा, but practically speaking we are taking it as zero. Okay, proton and neutron equal है, both are having one positive mass, one Dalton mass. Okay, so electrons are revolving around the nucleus in a specific orbit. This orbit are called shell also. So this